teenager, artist, female, sister, daughter, 16, classmate, friend, student. These one-word descriptions are what initially comes to mind when I think about my identity. These one-word descriptions, however, do not encapsulate all of who I am. I am also a two-word identity, Haitian American. This description is not like the others. It is two different words and has two different parts, separated by a hyphen. My family and I eat burgers and fries, but also rice and kalaloo. Being Haitian American means that I have to share two identities, which is where it can feel overwhelming, not just for me, but for many children of immigrant parents. Trying to meet expectations at both ends is what can sometimes feel stressful. According to the Migration Policy Institute, the number of children of immigrants has increased since 1990, with some 18 million in the United States that have at least one immigrant parent. A constant worry of mine being the child of an immigrant is that guilt that I usually feel, like, especially in school, like getting good grades and being able to go to a good college is a huge priority for me, knowing the sacrifices that my parents have made and just remembering that as I've grown older. So every day I think about all that they've done and how I can make it up to them, and that's like something that's always going through my head. This is true for children of immigrants of other cultures as well, which I realized during my conversation with Adithi Jayaraman. Adithi is a 17-year-old student at Kent Place School who elaborated on that same guilt.
I feel like children of immigrants tend to carry that burden, carry that weight on their shoulders. Like, my parents made sacrifices for me, so I better do good, I better succeed. Not to, I don't want to make them upset. And, they did so much for me, I have to give back to them through success.
Aside from that guilt, another struggle of mine is feeling as if I am not fully anything. I was born here, so that makes me American. But my parents' Haitian culture is so prevalent in my life that sometimes I feel out of place. That makes you think that you don't belong anywhere, no matter how hard you might try.
And my sister and I, we were born in America, and all we know is America. So there's always this cultural tension in my life of, where do I belong?
Nikki Eggsy is a 23-year-old middle school history teacher in East Orange. She shared Adithi's sentiments that children of immigrants usually experience a feeling of not knowing where they belong.
Children of immigrants may feel disconnected from the American experience, and they also may feel disconnected from their parents' home experience as well, so they don't really know where they fit in between.
And having that feeling of, being able to belong is something that everyone should be able to feel in their lifetime, but I feel like a child of immigrant and being a person of color, it's super hard.
Both women that I spoke with mentioned that the struggles that children of immigrants face are a lot of times not addressed in their communities, which is why they can sometimes lead to the mental health illnesses that they suffer from today.
Mental health is usually something that's not really spoken about in communities outside of American communities, to be honest. I feel like even within American communities, some people may see as mental health as a white thing or a white issue. They don't really necessarily see something like therapy or things of that nature as important. They see your physical health as being something that is of importance, but they don't realize how much of an impact your mental health really makes on you.
The problem, I've realized, is lack of communication. So communication is definitely a part of the solution. Annie Eggsy, Nikki's 16-year-old sister, talked a lot about communication and how it affects children of immigrants who are struggling.
Lack of communication between the parents and the children can contribute to mental health. So if you put so much pressure on your child to become a doctor or a lawyer, that can definitely lead to mental health if you don't happen to become those things. Communication is very, very important, so make sure that you're communicating with your parents, communicating with all of your friends and your siblings to make sure that you guys have an understanding and are on the same page.
As Annie suggested, communicating face-to-face with your family and friends is a powerful way to better one's mental health, whether they are children of immigrants or not. That's why I try to do that as much as possible and encourage others to do the same.